Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another week. It's a brand new week, and I'm very excited about this week because from now till I think the end of May, a whole lot of people who are very close to me have their birthdays. So we're celebrating their birthdays this month. We have Ochbet, I have Betty, I have Sky, I have Fola, a whole lot of people celebrating their birthdays. There's one that's very close to my heart, and Ace. I think one of these issues. I'm going to have to check. 21st also. Yes, I think Wednesday is Ace's birthday. So yes, good morning again and welcome. This is Whatzup, guys. It's Adora. I want to reiterate and tell you guys that every day, every single day I go to the street is a big day. So once you wake up in the morning, don't feel entitled. Don't feel on top of the world. Get down on the knees and say you're very lucky for your for yourselves. But my God, good morning. And yes, move on from there. Today, May 19th, Monday. To you, how do you guys see Mondays? Mondays are the most stress-free days of the week. That's it. Because I usually get on very good Mondays. And have you also noticed that before you close your eyes and open them, Friday has gone. Before you know, it's another week. Before you know, once Monday comes like this, at the end of Monday, they already see Friday. What's really going on? I feel like after Monday, there should be a drag for Tuesday, drag for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It makes, well, I don't know what to say, but do you guys ever feel that? That's the kind of attitude I'm going to guys. Hey, there's an adage that says, no food for lazy man. So don't stay in your house. Get out, stand up from the bed, stand up from the kitchen, get away from the comfort zone, and go and hustle. It's time to make money. It's money making Monday. Money making Monday. Yes. Whatzup is like because if you head on to our iOS store or Play Store, you can actually download Galaxy Television mobile app. Yes, please head on to any of those use iPhones, either iPhones or Android phones. You can download Galaxy Television mobile app. And we'll be seeing increase in how you guys watch. So shoot us and thumbs up to you guys as well. And then also streaming live on Facebook, on X, which is Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Alright, so YouTube is Galaxy TV Nigeria, and then Facebook, just click on the app, open it, head on to the search space, and it's at Galaxy Television. Comes out, click it, you see Whatzup. Scroll down, see Whatzup is live. Alright, it's a beautiful thing to watch the show in the comfort of the private jets, your country homes, your haciendas, your villages, everywhere you're at. Once you travel, everywhere. That's why the Galaxy mobile app is open for everybody. Also, start times. For those who have start times, it's 110. Excuse me. It's 110. So head on there. Start times is 110. For those who have antennas in their houses, outside, I can move to the left and the right. Yes, it's UHF 27 terrestrial. So the places I get into and they are watching that television and you guys are doing it. I could just reach out to you. It's always a thing of this. We give you the best from kids program, family and values to valuing movies, to sports. Then we have the EFC fight night. We have the Telemundo for the ladies. You guys are always saying, yeah, I want to watch it. You want to see how long it is. We do that as well. And then we have the JT programs later on. And we have comedy in the afternoon as well. See, we have the full package. I don't know why you guys are not watching. Please try and enjoy. Continue. Alright, so enjoy Whatzup on that television. We also do movie review. These are when movies are out in the box office, cinemas, YouTube, Prime, Netflix, BET, whatever. HBO. We make sure that you guys get see the synopsis of this movie. Alright? Yes. We allow you guys to come through that way. And then we tell you what we give ratings from 1 to 10 that you guys should go watch and hopefully you guys do so as well. Also the fashion and style store with events, red carpet events precisely. We tell you who or what house styles them. And if you guys want to be a part of that and go ahead and do what you guys do as regards wearing what the person is wearing. It's not a case of what I ordered versus what I got. It always comes out sharp. We also give ratings from 1 to 10. And then we do celebrity gist and trending issues. This is when we do celebrity gossip. Just like what happened over the weekend, Asasika, Davido's manager for 14 years. That man has done so much for Davido, and at some point you could see Davido tearing up. And a whole lot of people. Someone gave Asasika 50 million naira. I'll tell you something. The grace that Davido carries around him is something that people need to experience. Now, Davido's father came for that wedding. Governor of Osun State came for that wedding. Do you know how much people would have given to that marriage? Being around someone like Davido is a blessing. And I talk about it a lot because if you look at his crew, none of them are poor. All of them have houses in Nigeria or the UK. All of them are doing pretty well. Once you're close to him, there's nothing terrible that goes wrong. That's the thing of beauty. So, kudos to Davido. Congratulations to the bride and groom. Asasika, a very beautiful one. God bless you guys now and forever. All right. We'll move on from that. We have celebrity guest appearances in the studios. And for those who can't come to the studios, physically, we always have them via Zoom, just like the guest we're going to have today. Sometimes you can see that, transportation in Nigeria, having to get fuel, it's a problem. You might have money to buy, but to get the correct one or the good ones, you have to head to the right filling station or gas station can be cumbersome. So sometimes it's just better to do that. We've had guests from all over the world, Asia, Canada, US, UK, Spain, Italy. We've had them from all sorts. Yes, Sierra Leone, Brazil. As long as Zoom is in your country, you have internet, you have data, we got you guys covered. All right, you know who I am. They call me O'Reilly, aka the Big Steady Bear. They call me Vitamin A. They call me Chicken Daddy of Vegas. Whatever you want to call me, I got you guys covered. I'm saying welcome. Let's have fun. So enjoy yourself. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be meeting our guest A-list celebrity, and I can't wait for you guys to meet this one. So get ready, get a glass of water, cold or hot beverage, anyone that suits you. It's about time to be lit. Let's go on this week. We'll be right back. Gentlemen, welcome back to Whatzup on Galaxy Television. A show that, an entertainment show that runs Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And we're so honored to have this interview with someone that I have known for a couple of years who's been doing entertainment and putting smiles on people's faces. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Adora Richards, aka Adora Brands. Hello, welcome, good morning.
Hi, Aura. How are you? Good morning.
How far now? How you doing?
I'm good. It's so good to see you. I'm good.
Dora, it's been a while. I've missed you, and I'm happy. I wish you would have been in the studios with me, but we understand what's in the song.
No problem.
I'm really glad that.
I'll still come to the studio, like personally. That was today. I'll come to the studio.
All right, no problem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this very beautiful legend we have right here. Her name is Adora Richards, born in 1992 and is a self-taught multimedia visual artist hailing from the vibrant landscapes of Nigeria. She holds a BTech in microbiology from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and in 2015. Adora's artistic journey is nothing short of eclectic, spanning across various creative realms. Primarily an art and festival curator, art therapist, digital creative, dancer, and painter. Adora is a self-proclaimed creative boss who thrives on pushing the boundaries of self-expression. Her diverse talents include being a business strategist, visionary, and result-driven innovator. Born and raised in the eastern part of Nigeria, Adora embarked on a quest for purpose and fulfillment, leading her to Lagos in 2019. Now, after a year in the corporate world, she transitioned into her true calling as an art therapist in 2020. This journey began with Adora using art as a form of self-healing, eventually culminating in her certification from the University of Florida in 2020.
Recording in progress.
Adora's artistic roots trace back to her high school years when she discovered her passion for painting. For her, she says, art has always been a therapeutic process, a means of unraveling emotions in playful and intriguing ways. Our artistic expressions have evolved over time, encompassing the undying theme is the pursuit of authenticity. Adora is the driving force behind Third Years, an arts community that's hosted 3 art therapy events, 4 exhibitions, and is currently working on her 5th exhibition, Confessions, as a self-taught and trained artist. Her works are a manifestation of inward feelings and emotions waiting for a chance at expression, an intimate exploration of her diverse emotion and spiritual journey. In addition to her exhibitions, Adora conducts weekly art therapy community classes in Ajah, Lagos, monthly art therapy sessions for creatives known as Rekindle, Recharge, and Rebirth, a session to help creative people to unlock and tap into their creativity and find the authentic artist in them. Our services are also open to private classes, group sessions, corporate team bonding sessions, and family bonding. These sessions offer 90-minute blend of dance, body movements, yoga, music, painting, and self-inquiry as a tool of healing to all participants. Adora's journey of self-discovery as a pansexual individual has also added to the foundation of her art. She finds harmony in bold colors and isn't afraid to use them as they appear in her mind's eye. As a self-proclaimed explorer, Adora constantly seeks new mediums and means of expression, drawing inspiration from personal experiences, society, dance, music, emotions, and life. Throughout her art, Adora aims to soothe the soul and raise mental health awareness. She leverages her events to promote the gospel of art therapy in Nigeria and beyond. Lastly, her artistic endeavors, Adora boasts a strong background in e-commerce, events management, communication strategies, and branding. Her go-to art materials include acrylic, charcoal, canvas, velvet, watercolor, glow-in-the-dark paint, photography, dance, theater, and film. So welcome again, Adora Richards, aka Adora Brands. We're so happy and honored to have you come through with this very beautiful interview. That's a very impressive resume. Now, big fish you do, Adora.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
let's
so
ask
much.
you a couple of questions just to get to know you and talk
Okay.
about your journey. Adora, welcome to
All
the
right.
studio.
Yeah.
If your art had a soundtrack,
Thank you so much.
what 3 songs would definitely be on it and why?
The first, of course, I'm a huge Beyonce fan. I think I'll say Daughter, Beyonce Daughter. I'll say the second person I'll call is Queen the Siren. She's a very budding artist. You guys check her out. Then the third artist I'll call, I really like Davido. I love his music, and I love this one. This new one he did with Omale. What's the name again? I can't remember, but it just has great vibes, and I love it. So those 3.
It's Sweet Fanta Diallo. Is that it with you?
Yes. I love that song. I love that song. Yeah,
That's a good. I enjoyed that as well. Now you call yourself
totally.
Adora. You call yourself a creative box. What's the wildest thing that we'll find if we opened that box today? I take that again. You call yourself a creative box. So what's the wildest thing we'll find when we open that box today?
Okay, so my box is full. I'm like the magician, right? I bring out a lot of things from my box. So if you open my creative box, there is no form of creativity or form of exhibition you will see. So let me literally say the word that most people will be like, but yes, I can do an exhibition and give you a good model. So you can come to my third art exhibition and see a literal exhibition of a nude model, because we use every form of art as a means of advocacy, as a means of raising our voice for injustice and all of that. So there's no limit to the kind of art I can throw out of my box.
That's very wild. That's pretty wild. All right. Now you've danced, you're still dancing, you've painted, um, you've had curated festivals and healed through art. What's one label society gave you that you had to break from to become you?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. The label had to be woman. I had to break up from being a woman, or what society called a woman, because in the voice of society, in the ears of society, you can't do this, you can't do that if you're a woman, you can't do this if you're, there's a lot of restriction. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, if I have to do all the things that I need to do, then I I really have to not be a woman in this society. And I don't care if I'm even a nothing, if I'm just a human being. So it can allow me to do the work that I have to do. And so I literally, start saying, I'm a human being, I'm a human being, I'm a human being. I love being a woman. I'm going to come back to this place every time as a woman. But I saw that I had to take myself away from being a woman in order to execute most of the things I had to execute. So yeah, being a woman is something I had to dismantle before I could do it. I'm so unfortunate, but yeah, that's the world we live in.
Truly the world that we live in at this point. Now, describe your art in 3 words. What do they say about you right now? 3 words. What do they say about you right now?
My art is healing, my art is inspiring, and my art is authentic. Those are the like three qualities and elements that I portray into my paintings, or even into creating any of my events. So healing, inspiring, and authentic.
That's very nice. Now, you started life proactively from microbiology, and then you took the leap
Yes.
of faith and landed in the corporate sector. Every one of us did that. All right, and then from there
I
you
know
looked
that.
into art therapy and all that. Now, Adora, was there a moment
Yeah.
like a spark rather, that changed everything in you? What's that spark? You started from microbiology in labs, test
Uh-huh.
tube, stethoscopes, and all that, being the fresh chick and all that, and then
You're
from there
calling
you
the
went
wrong
into
name,
society, and then from there you went into art and all that. What was the spark
yeah.
that put you into where you are now? What changed?
It was 2020. I know that I'd fallen into a very bad depression. It's almost like I was sinking, and I was so paranoid with the whole, pandemic thing, how everything was moving at that time. You're waking up, you're hearing, oh, how many people dropped dead, you're hearing this. It was just so distraught. And I had stopped doing art for such a long time before then. So 2020 at the time, I just decided, you know what, let's pick up. My partner at the time got me painting materials, and I it was like a brave act for me to actually pick up the brushes again and start painting colors on canvas. So I feel like that lockdown just sparked something in my head. I'm like, I can't live my life like this anymore. Like this cannot be all there is to life. I wanted more out of life than going to work every morning by because I lived on the mainland, I was working at the island. So I wake up by 4 o'clock to go to work, and sometimes I'm coming back to work, it's 12 midnight because I have to stay in the bus for traffic, like almost 4 or 5 hours traffic. And sometimes I will cry myself to sleep. I'll wake up in my work dress the very next morning just because I say, let me just try and rest, and finally it was 4 o'clock again. So I thought there had to be something else, and it just flipped the switch in my brain for me.
That was a huge one. Now that's a huge spark. Something had to change, and I'm glad that worked
Yeah.
out for you. Now, your journey as a pansexual woman in Nigeria isn't just powerful; it's actually very brave. How does your identity shape your art, and how do people get to experience it?
Okay, I think I have to start with maybe defining who a pansexual is. It means that I do not conform to like any sexual identity. I'm literally a human being. So I like another human being. I don't care about your sex. I don't care what you are. I don't care. I really just don't care. I'm more in tune with the human in you than with what your uh, sexual identification is. And it's been such a wild journey, right? It's really been such a wild journey because remember I said I had to remove myself from being a woman at first before I could um effectively execute the works that I had to do. So even navigating like the in quote dating scene in Nigeria when you're like, oh yeah, I'm just interested in the human in you, I really don't care. It's still like it's really still like gibberish to some people that you want to get to know them and not just the facade that they put on. So it's a challenging experience from navigating my life every day through it because I've decided, yo, I'm going to stay authentic. I'm going to stay true to who I am. So it's just my duty to keep navigating that part of my life every day while still being equity. Now, it's not the entire part of my life. You meet Adora, you get to meet Adora, the creator, Adora who creates, who brings things out of thin air. So navigating the aspect of my life is something that's personal to me, but it's been a bit challenging, but we're moving through it.
Yes, that explains that part. Now, if teenage Adora to
Yeah.
see big baby Adora now, if teenage Adora to see big girl Adora now,
So you want to make me
exhibitions,
cry on
a
camera?
community, and healing people through color,
You
what
want
do
to
you
make
think
me
she would
cry on
say?
camera? It's not work for you. It's not work for you. Wow. My teenage self would really be proud that we continued because we stopped. We really stopped. There was no point for art anymore. It felt like there was no space to create. There was no time to create. You had to be a doctor, or you had to be this, or you had to do that. And I feel like my teenage self gave up in me doing art, but somehow, still would remind me all the time that this is it. This is what, this is who we are. This is what we are living for. This is what keeps us alive. So my teenage self will be so happy right now that we didn't give up our art and that every day, and not only that we didn't give up our art, that we are also paving the way for other people not to give up on their art because of the kind of job or the kind of work we are doing in the community, the projects that we have. So it's a big deal for the teenager in me that we are still here, we're still thriving, and not only are we thriving, we are also raising a community of creatives who don't want to give up on their craft. So should be really proud. And thank you for this particular question because it took me back memory lane. Yeah, don't make me cry and come out. All right, I beg, I beg.
So give me my flowers. Anyway, just before we go on
I
break,
give thank
Adora, tell us about some of the few
yeah,
challenges you've had to go through in the course of being the person you are now, from painting, community healing, arts, exhibitions, dance. You're one of the most creative and beautiful dancers I have ever seen. So yes, and then
thank you,
your drawing game is out of this world. You're a very good artist and all that. So
thank
the challenges you faced, because a whole lot of women are watching this interview right now and they're asking themselves, can I
yeah,
really do this? Because some people feel like art is a man's world to some extent. They don't know that these days women are doing the most in it. So for someone like you who has excelled totally in this aspect, tell us some of the challenges you've had to go through and how you were able to come through all these challenges unscathed.
honestly, I feel like the first challenge is always um it's always for people not to see a woman first before they're seeing the artist, right? Art is something that is inborn to every human being. Everybody is innately a creative. Everybody is innately, as long as you're a human being, you have the power to create. So it's now a function of are you building on that ability to create or not. So I feel like for me, I would say don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to, in the sense that anybody who's discouraging you, if you know that what you want to do is creating, or is art, or is anything that has to do with manifesting out of thin air. If there's anybody who's like discouraging you, to, oh, don't give up on this or blah blah blah. I feel like if you can have noise canceller, put it in and just focus on your craft, because 5 years along the line, 6 years along the line, you're going to see the progress that you've made. You're going to see the progress that you made, and you're going to understand that there was a reason why you didn't have to give up. For me, if I had stopped in 2021, I won't have gotten to where I am with my art, with the events that I do. If I stopped in 2022, I won't have gotten there. If I stopped in 2023, I won't have gotten here. This is 2025, and I can see, the progress that I've been able to get just because I stayed consistent. And I mean, you're the one who's telling me, there you've been consistent. You've done art for how many years? You've done exhibitions, and that's because let me just put it like that. I'm stubborn. And you have to be stubborn to be a creative. You have to believe in yourself better than any other person anywhere in the world will believe in you. And I think that's what did it for me. That's what did it for me. I believed in myself, and then God willing, with the help of the source, put people around me that also believe in my craft, and together we're able to push boundaries. I have an amazing team. I'm not even going to lie. So together we've been able to push things beyond what we've had in the past, and we still want to push more boundaries.
All right, thank you very much. Now, before we go on a quick break, I want to say something. Now, Adora said something that really intrigued me. She said you should not give up, and you should never listen to someone who doesn't think they can push you to be the best versions of yourself. Now, a whole lot of you who are watching, you've had times, you've had time and opportunities to do something really great, but one person will just come and tell you, Omo, if you do this kind of thing, are you sure you can do this? And then for some reason you slide back, and then you lose that opportunity. That's how you lose yourself completely, and you start doing things that you're not happy doing. That's the beginning of failure. One way or the other, invariably you fall into depression and you lose yourself forever. That's something Adora says you should not do. Always put yourself first. And then she also said something that I love. Your team, the people around you, who are they?
Yeah.
You?
Very important.
Or do they throw you away? That's something you should know as well. So if you don't have a good thing, or you are around people that always bring you down, no matter what, my brother, my sister, run. Tell you say run, as if you go run mad, But yes, that's what it is. Also, Igbos will say also for all right. Let's go on this quick break. We still have Adora Richards here, and of course Orali. I did for you all day, every day, mouthful. Anyway, let's go on this quick break. When we come back, it is still Whatzup on Galaxy Television. Stay here. In Adora's voice, Adora Richards' voice, she says, I stubborn, aka I gear up. Now, a lot of you, if you don't understand what stubborn means, you definitely understand what gear up means. Now, I think someone sang that song. I think it's Ashake. Who did he feature on that song? He featured Victory on that song, a 2024 song, Stubborn. Yes, I love that song so much. Anytime I'm on radio, that's one of the songs I get to play. Now, we have Adora Brands who's here. Adora just telling us about her story. She is a multimedia visual artist and an all-round certified entertainer. Too much. If it comes to music, she's there. Painting, and wow, she is a very creative dancer. I've never seen dance before. You think it's always when you go to club and be doing nonsense. Dance is an art. I can't explain it further to you guys. Oh, no. Anyway, Adora, welcome back to the studios. Now, your sessions blend yoga, dance, music, and painting. How did you come up with that 90-minute soul soothing formula? How was it that you coined it all together and you put all these things in a 90-minute formula? How did you come about it?
Okay, so I'd gone to a point in life where this is the first time saying this on air. I was literally living on the beach. I was living on the beach sand. I'd lost my apartment. I'd lost everything. That was when I was doing my outreach business, and like I'm telling you, I lost everything. So I had to start from the scratch. I sold my property. I needed to leave my apartment because I couldn't pay my rent no more, and it was a very scary period for me. But in that time, all I did was go through it by myself. I felt like that time was an isolation period for me because the universe wanted to teach me, or the source wanted to teach me patience, and then also because the fundamental life lessons I needed to learn. So I was literally living on the beach. A kind indigenous man in the area of the beach just gave me a space to keep my stuff. And so I was lying down on the beach sand. It will rain on me, it will shine on me. And in all that period, I still got the time to register for a 6 weeks yoga training. And after I did that training and I saw the power of yoga in the human body, I was also running some art therapy programs at the time. And after all that, program came together, I finished them. It felt like a light bulb in my head, and I knew that I could do yoga, I could do art therapy, I could just progress from one of these events to another, and I just created like that sequence of this is the itinerary of what and what to do in the space of 90 minutes that can give you a different result from the beginning to the end. Now, when you start this routine, especially in the corporate spaces where I've done this sequence, you start, maybe a lot of people start off being agitated or a lot of things, but at the end of the session, they find out that they are calm, they are thinking better. Things are just better. Less noise in the head. Their spirit is a lot calmer. So it's something I created during my lowest period. So I know that like it's something that can take you from being your lowest place to the highest mental state, and that's how I came about with the 90 minutes session.
Yeah, your upcoming art exhibition is called Confessions. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Now, without giving too much away, all right, Adora, without giving too much away, what's one confession your art has made on your behalf?
I think the most confession that my art has is hinting on my authenticity and hinting on my belief in life generally, on the fact that I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to always use art to speak. Art has hinted on my advocacy, the advocacy part of me. It has hinted on even my belief in God. It has hinted on that too. So I literally use my art for expression all the time. It has to be, it's an inward expression, it's an inward feeling or emotion looking for expression. That's what my art is.
When do we expect confessions?
You said without giving much away. Now you want to give me what? give away much. In all things being equal, all things being very equal, convention will most likely be next year. Next year, not this year. Because this year is already filled up. I'm not even going to lie. This year is filled up. The creative event that you talked about. It has gone from being the retreat, the RRR retreat, to being dance on the beach. So we just have a lot of it this year, and it's at different locations. I know all of that. So I don't even know if I have space for exhibition this year, but definitely next year we'll do confession.
Wait for that one. Now, if you had 60 seconds, all right, to speak to every young Nigerian creative who are doubting themselves, what would you say to this set of people and why?
I think I will specifically speak to not just the creative, but every creative who, like you said, is doubting themselves and is being held down by something, be it religion, society, your family, your parents, whatever it is that you're being held down by. There needs to be a deconstruction of any of these things. There has to be a deconstruction. The construction of parenthood, of family values. There has to be the construction of religion. There has to be the construction of what society thinks you should do or not do as an artist. There has to be the construction of what you've learned before, because you have to unlearn so you can relearn what your artistic self requires. So there has to be a period of deconstruction for you, so that you are able to tap into the source and energy of being an artist. So I think that's something we should start from. Any artist that is feeling like they are being held back by anything at all, start to deconstruct that thing that is holding you back. Start with deconstructing it. So what is this entire thing about? I always speak religion, for example. What is the entirety of religion? What is religion about? So when you start to understand God the source for yourself, you see that religion is not supposed to hold you back from being an artist. And by the time you do that, you're able to tap into the source energy and create from inside of you. A lot of artists are creating from a place of what people want to hear, what the society wants me to say, what galleries want me to put out, what record label wants me to put out. There are very few artists who are creating from a place of source energy, and from a place of what does the spirit man in me wants to create, from a place of what would I enjoy, because I'm the type of artist that they always create the kind of things you enjoy. Because even if it's 1% of the world who behave like you, who think like you, they will enjoy that stuff. And 1% of the world, can you even calculate the numbers? So be the artist that creates every time what they want to see, not what people want to see. And that would definitely help a lot of artists, honestly. Create what you want to see, deconstruct a lot of things around you, and you see the true essence of why you are a creative, and you're able to tap into the energy of who you are and create from yourself, not just from, create from thin air.
Interview sincerely with all my heart. I wish we could continue. I wish we had the whole time in the world. But quickly before we go, give us your social media handles, and so that we can follow you.
Okay, just quickly before I go, I just want to say that our Dance on the Beach, Dance on the Beach festival is coming up in June, 6th to 8th of June, and it's something that any creative should see. If you're a creative that wants to tap into your creative self and watch other creative impacting you, you should be there. It's going to happen at Takwa Bay. It's a once in a lifetime experience, I promise you. And this is the last time to be in Lagos for this year. So please don't miss it. Head to Takwa Bay, 6th to 8th of June. My social media handles are adorabrands.official. Further art handle is furtherart_official. And Dance on the Beach is Dance on the Beach Tour Fest. Dance on the Beach Tour Fest with an underscore. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for gracing us and honoring me and Whatzup on this very beautiful interview.
Of course.
Like I did say,
I would have wished to have you here with me, but you know, I'll probably see you at 6 to 8 dance on the beach. I definitely think
Yeah.
it's been a
No,
while.
I need to see you there. I need to see you there. Please.
I will turn up. We'll turn up like crazy. No while I got you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. God bless you. All right, how much you can take on this part of the show and interview. We are going to go on a short break. When we come back, it will be time for Celebrity Gist. Don't go far. Stay here.